Hi friends and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the soul's journey. I'm going to use card from 0 to 21 to talk about the soul journey, and this will include your physical life, your physical journey, the stages we undergo in a soul journey, the awakening, what happens when you move towards awakening, what is the completion, where do you understand your purpose, your soul purpose, and where do you know that you are on your path or not on your path. So I will try to cover everything in this video about a soul's journey, and while I'm making the video, this is going to be on a very physical plane level, in the sense that I will not be using any fancy terms or fancy words, because I don't understand the soul or the life in that ways, because I think it's very simple. It's not complicated at all, and I don't like making it complicated for myself or yourself, and I will actually share it from the experience that I've received from my guides and angels and that I've had in my life. So that is what I'm going to share with you. Along with that, I tried doing that earlier, but probably I was not ready for it, so the video didn't get captured. And now today my guides kind of gave me permission that okay, I'm ready and I can share this with you. If you like the video, I will request you to share it with everyone and subscribe the channel if you can, and press the like button if you like this. But sharing this is going to be important, because I think this is something that we all undergo in our life, and if we understand this, it can change our lives. So that's why sharing is important. So the journey of a soul. The journey of a soul starts from zero. It's Fool card. It starts from by a soul deciding to take birth. Now, when a soul decides to take birth and take a human life, take a human form of life, that soul doesn't come with no experience at all. Why? Because usually the new souls, they take birth as animals or the birds or the creatures. So basically they take birth in a different way, because they want to start with understanding the simple life forms, and these are the simplest life forms, no complications. Post that is when they start taking birth as a human being. So when a soul is coming into a human body, it is coming, so there's a bag that Fool is kind of carrying, so there it comes with its own experience. So past life experiences are part of it. The soul always comes with a mission, so there is a lesson that the soul needs to learn, and that mission is here, the feather on his cap. So there is a mission, there is a life lesson that the soul is coming, and the soul is always hiding the soul part of it, taking the physical body, looking forward to growth, learning, passion, being a teacher, being a learner, moving forward in that zone. And that's why if you see multiple colors in his clothes. And when a soul takes a birth, it is taking a leap of faith. Why? Because it is leaving all the known, it is moving to unknown. Because once you take birth as a soul, once you come into the human body, you forget everything. You forget what is the life lesson that you have. You forget what you were needed to learn, why you came into this world. And that is why it is a leap of faith, because you might learn your lesson and you might not learn your lesson. You might go better or you might go worse. So you might create those bag that you are carrying with yourself. You might create a kind of a bad experience for yourself, where you again take a more difficult birth in the next time because you didn't learn the lesson you were meant to. Or you can actually make it even more lighter by understanding the lesson that you were meant to learn. Now the soul, if you see, there are mountains which are up, down, up, down, up, down. So the soul has already decided different milestones. So the soul decides the different milestones that are going to come into its life. Whether they are like high points or low points, they are going to come into its life, so that it is able to understand and kind of regain the memory of what is the life lesson and move towards the life lesson. But these are all snow covered, which means that the soul actually doesn't remember these things. So the growth, how the soul is to come out of it, how the person has to come out of those ups and downs, that the soul doesn't remember, that the person doesn't know, and it is only on the physical level that they do it from using human mind. But it is all decided. The soul comes in peace. There is a flower this Fool is carrying. The soul always comes in peace. There is no soul no child who will be born and who will kill somebody. So the soul always comes in peace, always comes for learning, always comes for kind of making life flow. Now a lot of people will say that there are children who are born and their mothers kind of leave the world. They're not killing their mothers. It's just that their journey is not set with having a mom in their life. That is why they chose that person whose life was about to end. So that's not them killing them. That's why the soul always comes in peace, and that is how a soul decides and starts or begins the life. And remember this feather on his cap, because we are going to see that feather ahead on the journey. So that is how a soul starts the life. This is very, very basic. Now the next stage, where the soul is only concerned, now the soul is actually born as a person, and that soul is only concerned about the basic needs being fulfilled. So the basic needs, food, warmth, or the kind of comfort or the sleep, that's what the soul is concerned about. Now, all the souls that come into this world, all of them might not get those basic needs. Why? Because the cards can go upside down as well. So they might not get, because their life lessons are different from each other. So everybody's basic needs and everybody's fulfillment of basic needs is not equivalent, because the life lessons are different from each other. And that is why these things, the resources for everyone will be different. Now, at this point in time, the soul is connected with the divine and it is trying to connect with the world. So that is where the child is in between the worlds. We see children, they kind of smile at their own, they cry at their own, they talk at their own. So that is because they are connected to that divine world. They are still connected to the soul world. They can see the souls, they can connect with them, they can talk to them. That is where they are connected, and they've started connecting with the world at large, like the human world. And that is when they are in between. Now, at this point in time, they're only concerned about their basic needs being fulfilled. And if they are fulfilled, they are fine. They are happy. Okay. And then there comes a stage where conditioning starts. Now, this is when the conditioning starts. This is when the people start having a bigger impact on a soul. Not that when a child is in your womb, the child is not understanding anything. No, that is impacting his or her energies. That are impacting the soul's energies. But because soul is connected with the divine, it kind of knows what is happening. But later on, it will only remember the connect, only remember what happened, the conditioning, but not the connect. The soul will not remember what was the purpose, but it will always remember how you behaved when the soul was in your womb, how the parents or the pregnant female and the people around them behaved. So that is going to impact a child. So if you think that in your pregnancy, whatever the family is doing or you're doing is not impacting the child in any way, or when the child is very small, these things are not impacting, absolutely impacting. Be very careful. This is when the conditioning starts. This is when a soul starts to kind of get into the physical body more and forgetting what it has come with. So this is where you see there is a document which is half hidden and there is a veil behind this high priestess. So everything starts getting to under the veil. So now we don't remember what we came here for. We don't remember what our life lesson is. We don't remember what our learning is. This is the time when conditioning starts. This is the time where people around us can kind of condition us to become a good person or a bad person, a good soul or a bad soul. And this is the time where we have people around us, the elders around us. And now this is the time where you can not necessarily, it discovers everyone. So not necessarily you have great good parent around you. You can be in a brothel. You can be in a very downtrodden life. You can be at any place, or you can be in like a big short family. You can have everything around you. You can have everybody around you. So it can be either area, either zone, either stage, any stage of life, but any walk of life. But basically this is when the conditioning is happening. This is when you are actually turning out to be a good person or a bad person. This is when you are the ground for you that you're going to become is being laid at this point in time. And in this point in time, your everything that you've come up with, your emotions are going to be all-time high. You are either will learn to be an extrovert expressing your emotions, or you will learn to be an introvert hiding your emotions. All of those things will start here. That is why if you have a child, be very careful about how you're treating that child, what you're saying to that child, because this is when you are actually conditioning the child to be a good human being or a bad human being. Focus on making the child a good human being. Don't be over strict, overpowering, over nurturing. Be balanced. This is when you have kind of elders around you. Now these elders can be anybody. For people who are lucky enough, they will be their parents or grandparents. For people who are not the souls who've chosen not to be that lucky at the world level, but learn the lessons in difficult way, these elders can be anybody, good or bad people around them. But they will be either very nurturing, growth oriented, taking them towards growth, helping them learn, helping them move, or very strict. Or they could be two parent, one very strict, one very nurturing, either ways. But very strict, not expressing emotions, not expressing anything. They could be over nurturing, overpowering, over emotional, over caring, or not bothered about you at all. So we have all kind of elders taking care of babies, and it all depends upon what a soul has chosen for the learning. And when you choose your parent or elders not to be that supportive, trust me, you have a bigger learning. You have a bigger learning. You are an old soul. You have chosen a difficult life for yourself. You have chosen a difficult beginning for yourself, and you have much more to go towards your awakening, and that is why you should be more motivated. So this is the time when parenting or elder influence starts becoming very, very strong on your life. Now from there you get to this stage, which is external influence. Now external influence is your schools, your teachers, or some people who cannot go to school, who cannot afford to go to school. Like I said, that it covers everybody equally. These are external influences. People who are coming into their life. Now these external influences, other than the core family, these external influences can be good or bad influences depending upon what your soul has chosen. But there will be some good influences for sure. There will be one or two people or energies which are going to be good, which are going to be guiding you towards your path. So this is the first milestone where the influences, the external influences start to influence your life. This is where a soul has chosen to divert. Whenever there is an external influence, that is the time when the soul has chosen that it has the power to change the life and move towards the life lesson. So this is when, if somebody is giving you good advice, open yourself for it. If somebody is giving you an advice to connect with God, connect with divine, and God, I don't mean any kind of religion. Connect with purity, connect with the source. Connect with it. If somebody is giving you good advice to move forward in your life, take that advice. If somebody is giving you an advice which is making you even further stuck in yourself, further introvert, don't take that advice. Key is in your hand. It is always your own choice to take that advice or not take that advice. This is the stage when it happens. The first external influences. Then there comes a time where there is lover's card. Now this is the lover's card, but doesn't mean that you are getting into love relationship. All of the people don't get into love relationships. But this is when you kind of start getting into those relationships of friendships, of love, of feeling attraction towards the other genders or towards the same gender, either ways, whatever your preference is. But this is the time where you start feeling that attraction towards the outer world. Now, for some of them, this is the time where they start feeling further distant from the outer world and they go inwards even more. This is an opportunity to either create a connection, a loving connection for yourself with the outer world and your inner self, or kind of go the other way down completely. This is the time when people of your own zone area, and I will not say age, your own zone, the souls that you've planted in your life, to be external people who will help you through love, through care to move forward in your life. And we all have these kind of people in our life. Sometimes one, sometimes two, sometimes more, sometimes very less, very insignificant, but we have this zone. And that is when you can actually change your life, connect with good, connect with divine, so that conditioning that happened around High Priestess card where you went negative or positive, there is a chance for you again to move towards positive. And then comes the time where you take charge of your life. Now this opportunity to take charge of your life is available to all, okay? No matter whatever your condition is. This opportunity to take charge of your life is available to all equally. But depends upon our conditioning and our state of mind whether we take the charge of the situation or not. If you choose to take the charge of your situation or your life situation, you need to have a lot of strength. You need to see the light. But that is when you actually move towards your soul path and awakening. So that is when you need to start taking charge of your life. Now this is the situation where you decide your career, where you decide your marriage, where you decide your further life, where you decide you're going to study outside or not, where you decide you're choosing your passion or not. So this is the fight between the good and the bad. This is the fight between positive and negative. This is the fight between family and you. This is the fight between your whatever elders around you are and you. This is the fight where you choose to kind of run away from a bad situation and make your mark again, choose a fresh life for yourself. Now a lot of people at this stage, what happens is that they think that if I choose what I want to do, my family might feel disconnected or dejected with it, and they don't choose what they want to do, they choose what their family want them to do. But now the problem is that when they choose what their family wants them to choose, in long term they feel unhappy. When they feel unhappy, short term they have made their family happy, but long term when they feel unhappy, they again blame it on the family and they make the family unhappy. That is why in life, choose what you want to do. If you cannot choose that at that moment only, and your passion cannot be your profession at the same time, don't leave your passion. So use that, make that thing go on simultaneously. And if you kind of follow your passion always, follow your hobby always, you will always lead towards something better. You will always lead towards your soul path. But this is the time when you actually take charge of your life. Decide to, either you do or you don't. But taking charge of your life will require you to use your strength. It will require you to use your soul strength. It will require you to kind of shut down or at least control your wild mind, the negativity, the negative thoughts, the fears. That is when you actually control that and see the light. And we all have this tendency. Everybody on this earth, planet earth, every person is a very good suggestion maker to others. They are very good with suggesting things to others. But when it comes to their own life, they don't apply it. That's when the card says that if you want to move, this is all physical life. If you want to move to your soul life, your soul lesson, your awakening, you have to cross this stage where you actually start seeing the light by yourself. What you tell to other people, you start applying that to your life. You start seeing towards light only, towards positivity only, and you start getting control over your mind. When you do that, there is a complete change of cycle. So there is a wheel of fortune. Wheel rotates from one way to another, and this is when you get connected to your actual life truth, your actual karma, your actual life path. And for me, karma is very different. I've already made a video. You can watch that video. It's in the playlist of Soul Path. But this is when you actually connect with that. You are actually going on your soul path. Now, half of the people, they either leave all their life, they are until this stage, taking charge of your life and not moving further. If they move further, the maximum they move is until the death card, and then they don't move any further. And that is when you have a choice. If you choose to change your life and be move towards awakening, you have to take the leap of faith. You have to believe in yourself. You have to move forward, taking charge of your life. You have to balance your negativity and positivity. You have to actually shut down your negativity. When you do that, that is when you reach this stage where you start questioning yourself. Why am I on this earth? What is my purpose? What is my soul lesson? What is my learning? You start connecting with meditations. You start connecting with taking care of your physical body, or looking at your physical body in a different way, looking at the world in a different way. This is when you start thinking all of that. This is when you are getting into zone of beginning to meditate, beginning to kind of start bringing that change into your life and all of that. And that is when the death card comes. The death card doesn't mean death. It means transformation. But these cards are together for a reason. These cards are together because a lot of the people, when they are on deathbed, that is when they realize they've not learned their lesson. That's where they realized, why was I born in this earth? And then they realized that all their life they were only negative, they were only running behind things. They never connected with their feminine energy or their inner self or their soul or their intuition. This is when the transformation starts, and I would suggest if you can start doing that right now. Why to kind of wait till the end of your life? This is when the transformation starts. Now, the transformation is a journey where beginning you start balancing yourself. You start nurturing yourself. You start balancing your emotions. You start thinking about how do you move forward. You start thinking about what imbalances you had. You start taking that small baby steps forward towards soulfulness, towards nurturing yourself, towards connecting with guides and angels and everything. This is the first baby step that you take, and then there comes a devil. Now, why does the devil come there? The devil comes there because the mind will not let you go out so easily. So the mind will try to kind of capture you, bring you back. So it will kind of bring your attention to negativity. Everything that has happened in your mind, all the anxiety will start coming up. All the thoughts will start coming up. You will be pulled towards addictions. You will be pulled towards different sides, different zones where you don't go to this zone, where you don't connect with yourself, where you don't let go. And letting go is very important. Now, without letting go, you cannot be awakened. The first rule of awakening is starting to let go of your addictions, to let go of the negativity, to let go of the negative thoughts about people, let go of any of the negative things in your past, anything that chains you, anything that bothers you, anything that makes you negative. Let go of everything of that sort. That is when the change happens, and a lot of people give up on this time because they think that it's not working out. Life is becoming more negative. I started meditation, but life is turning out to be more negative. I'm being pulled into it more. The pressure has become more. It will, because this whole tower of negativity, this whole devil's den has to fall down, and it falls down, and while it falls down, a lot of changes happen in your life. People leave your life, situations leave your life. You might lose your job, you might lose a particular situation or a thing, but don't get disheartened, because you need to know, if you're holding everything too tightly, your whole hands, both hands are occupied, how will you receive the gift from the source, from the divine? Only when your hands are empty or when you're ready to receive that. That is why this tower moment happens. That is why this tower moment and this devil moment happens, where things are shut down, things come down, things are taken away from you, so that you learn to move to your soul path, you learn to move towards actual nurturing of yourself, actual light. And that is why if something is moving away, don't get into anxiety. Let it happen. Let it flow. Stay positive. Let go. And there comes a beautiful, beautiful card, Star card. And that is when you are connected with yourself. You're comfortable with yourself. You're nurturing yourself. You're nurturing other. You're part of the whole world. Your energy is opening up. Your chakras are opening up. The birds are speaking to you. You are listening to the angels, the guides, your intuition, the wish fulfillment trees behind you. You have everything that you need to move forward. So you've started your journey of awakening. That's your journey of awakening, and you have to do meditations, and you have to kind of balance yourself. And meditations doesn't mean, I don't meditate, like at times I don't get to meditate like whole week altogether. Meditations doesn't mean that you're meditating every day in the same way, 40 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. I just do 7 minutes. If I don't get time, I just do that 7-minute meditation that I do, and that's enough for me. Meditation means that you sit with yourself for a quiet time and you let go. You kind of be into your own zone. I do that before going to sleep every day, or during the day when I put my daughter to sleep. That's my meditation time. So you don't have to put extra time for meditation, like be hours into meditation. No, the real world is equally important. You cannot leave the real world and live in the real world and you think you will get awakened. Absolutely no. The test is in the world. And that is when, after this, comes the card of intuition. So it's a moon card. This is when your intuition starts working out. You start connecting with your intuition. At the same time, when you start connecting with your intuition, you start getting connected to your fears. Your fears also start coming out. Fears of whatever, the souls, the negative energies, or the things that you've done in your past, or the situations that you've done in your past. Anything that is not healed will come at this stage. But this stage is not going to be like Tower and Devil. This stage is much more internal, where internally you are dealing with this, no external circumstances. Internally you are dealing with kind of all that anxiety, or some people or some situations coming back into your life from the past that are not healed, but it has to be done all internally. When you let go, connect with your intuition, don't let fear overpower you, that is when you come to this stage of Sun card. Now you remember I told you to look at this fool, the feather on his head. That's the feather that you have on this child's head. This is when you are actually on your soul path. You start your journey, actual journey of life. You are on your soul path. You don't need anybody there to kind of guide you, to kind of overlook you, or you don't need approvals here. There are sunflowers, they're not looking at sun. They are looking ahead. And that is when you have your own energy so evolved that you're only connected to the source. You don't have to continuously look at the source. You're connected. The energy is flowing to you. Your guides are speaking to you. Your angels are speaking to you. The spirit is speaking to you. That the spirit is carrying you. You don't have to kind of look at it for everything. It is carrying you. You have to just be in your energy. And this is the time where your inner child is healed, where you're balanced. You're childlike. Everything is good. Everything is beautiful. Something happens, impacts you for a second or a nanosecond, and you're back to your energy. That is when you've learned your life lesson. Now, when you are moving towards this, you've learned your life lesson, you are moving towards a different zone altogether, there comes the judgment card. Now, the soul either can decide to kind of leave the world at this point in time or be in the world. There's a new journey that is starting for the soul. You get into the music or the symphony of the universe. You listen to the universe sound. You listen or you experience the universal love. You experience what love is actually like. And I've experienced that. I've shared that before also in one of my dreams, obviously with Sushant. But it is beautiful. It is beyond imagination. It is beyond words. You cannot express it. It's so beautiful. When I woke up, I was still into that zone. And it is amazing, amazing, amazing. That is when you get there. You understand that the whole world is beautiful. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter whether you have good clothes, money, people. Nothing matters now. And you will have everything now. Because nothing matters. So nothing matters. You are on a soul path. You have everything in your life. You have everything that anybody can dream of. You have everything in your life because nothing matters to you. And that is when you complete the cycle. So you reach the world card. You are equally connected to all the energies. Your cycle is complete. You've learned what you were meant to. Now, do you live life at this point in time? Yes and no. At times people do. At times they don't. Why? Because a soul, one of the reasons why the soul is born on this planet Earth is the pleasures that the planet Earth has are not there on any other planet. And that's why the soul kind of wants to enjoy the pleasures as well. And that is why I've made that video. That does spirituality require sacrifices? Absolutely not. Only sacrifice negativity. That is it. Nothing, nothing else. You don't have to sacrifice your food, your sleep, your whatever, watching television or whatever. You don't have to sacrifice anything. This is when you start living. You enjoy your life. So the worldly things like the emotions and situations, the negativity, it comes, touches you and move by. It doesn't impact you. You are into your own zone. You are into your own enjoyment. You are into your own music. You are into your own love. That is when you are connected to the world. That is the true empath. I'll make a video on empath also. But that's the true empath. And when you are into your zone, it is when the whole world becomes your family. So when you think about, oh God, I want to be happy, please bless me, you will immediately think about bless the whole world. How can you I can ask blessing for myself only. The whole world is me. That is the feeling of oneness that you have with the whole world. This is when you are here. And this is the most beautiful thing to happen because you're united with the whole world, and that is when you enjoy your life, you love your life, and you do everything that is good. There is no negativity, there is no negative emotion, all the letting go has happened, you are completely clear. And this is the most beautiful space to be in. So whatever stage you are on your journey, please work towards this. And one day I will also share my own journey with you guys. I'm hopeful I'll share it soon. So before we leave, I'm going to take out one card for you guys. What is the message for viewers? Signals. Message for viewers. Wow! I can't believe this. Now, this is the same card that came for the Hindi video. You can go and check the Hindi video. This is the same card that came for Hindi video. And it says, come to the edge. Come to the edge. This says that take a leap of faith. Know that life has your back. Know that guides and angels have your back. If you see, she's kind of dancing on this round thing out of nowhere, and she's almost on the edge of this. But she's into her own zone. She's loving it. She's dancing. She's enjoying. Spirit has her back. She's not going to fall. And whatever stage of life you are in, if you are asking questions that whether should I move forward, am I on the right path, am I taking the right step, or if you have to take a step, take a leap of faith, go take it. It's time. Use that courage. You're taken care of. You are protected. You are always safe. There is nothing that you should be scared of. Just enjoy your life. Take that leap of faith and come to the edge. It's a beautiful, beautiful message, and amazing that the same message came for both the videos. So if you can, please share this video with everyone, like I said, and there are a lot of videos on my channel that can help you. So if you can watch them, leave your feedback. It is very important for me. Subscribe the channel if you can, and I will see you with another video at another time. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.